Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Simple English Podcast, where we explore ideas that can make your life better, one step at a time. I'm Lisa, your host, and today we're diving into a topic that I know touches all of us at some point in life: how to find purpose and meaning in everyday life. Have you ever found yourself lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and wondering, why am I doing what I'm doing? Well, you're not alone. Finding purpose can feel like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. But today, we have someone who might just help us find those pieces. Stephen, a life coach, and someone who has helped hundreds of people discover their purpose. As always, don't forget to check out the free PDF file in the comments section below to get the full transcript and vocabulary for this episode. Welcome, Stephen.
Thanks, Lisa. It's a pleasure to be here. And wow, that intro already has me hooked. Finding purpose is one of my favorite topics because it's such a universal human experience.
It really is. So let's get started. Stick around because by the end of this episode, you'll walk away with actionable tips to bring meaning into your daily life. Ready, Stephen?
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right, Stephen, let's start with the basics. What does it even mean to find purpose?
Great question. Finding purpose doesn't necessarily mean finding a grand mission like curing diseases or climbing Mount Everest. Purpose is really about aligning your daily actions with your values and doing things that make you feel fulfilled. It's the why behind what you do.
That makes sense. But why do you think so many people struggle to find their purpose?
I think it's because we often look for purpose in the wrong places. Society tells us that purpose comes from big achievements, landing your dream job, earning lots of money, or being famous. While those things can be fulfilling, purpose is often found in the smaller, more personal moments.
Like what? Can you give us an example?
Sure, let's take a simple example. Think about a parent who spends their evenings helping their child with homework. It might not seem glamorous, but for that parent, their purpose could be creating opportunities for their child to succeed. It's meaningful to them because it aligns with their values of family and education.
Wow, that's such a beautiful example. So how can someone figure out what their purpose is?
One way is to ask yourself 3 key questions. What do I care about deeply? What am I naturally good at or drawn to? How can I use these things to serve others or create value?
I love those questions. Let's try to make it practical for our listeners. What about someone who feels stuck in a 9-to-5 job and doesn't feel any sense of purpose?
That's such a common situation. I'd say start small. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow to find purpose. Instead, look for opportunities to bring meaning into your daily routine. For example, if you're good at listening, maybe you could mentor a younger colleague. Or if you love art, take 30 minutes after work to paint or draw.
It sounds like you're saying purpose doesn't have to come from your job alone.
Exactly. Purpose can be found in hobbies, relationships, or even in how you approach mundane tasks. One of my clients found purpose in simply greeting everyone in her office with a smile. It sounds small, but she said it made her days brighter and made others feel good too.
That's so inspiring. What about people who feel overwhelmed? Like they want to find their purpose, but they don't even know where to start because life feels so chaotic.
Great point, Lisa. For those feeling overwhelmed, I'd recommend focusing on one small area of life to start. Let's say you feel like your personal life is chaotic. Start with one action. Maybe call a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Often we underestimate the power of connection.
That's true. Even one positive conversation can completely shift your mindset for the day.
Exactly. Another tip I give is to focus on what you're grateful for. Gratitude shifts your perspective and helps you see what's meaningful in your life already. For example, if you're grateful for your health, maybe your purpose right now is to nurture it by exercising or eating better.
That's such a practical approach. I think people often feel like purpose has to be something epic, but what you're saying is that it's often found in the everyday things we take for granted.
Exactly, Lisa. And here's another exercise that can help. Write down your ideal day. Imagine if there were no limitations. What would a day that truly fulfills you look like? Then work backward. Even if you can't create that ideal day entirely, you can start implementing small parts of it.
That's such a great exercise. I think I'll try that myself. Do you think our purpose changes over time?
Absolutely. Your purpose will evolve as you grow. What feels meaningful to you in your 20s might be very different from what fulfills you in your 40s or 60s. Life circumstances, relationships, and personal growth all play a role. The key is to stay curious and open to change.
That's such a comforting thought, that it's okay if we don't have everything figured out right away.
Exactly. Purpose isn't a one-time discovery. It's a journey, and it's okay to explore and redefine it as you go.
This is all so insightful, Stephen. Let's take a quick break for our fun fact of the day. Did you know that in Japan, they have a concept called ikigai?
Oh yes, Ikigai is fascinating.
For those who don't know, ikigai roughly translates to reason for being. It's about finding that sweet spot where what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for all overlap. Isn't that amazing?
It is. And what I love about Ikigai is that it encourages people to find joy in small, everyday activities, not just big achievements. Even something as simple as brewing your morning coffee can be part of your Ikigai if it brings you joy and mindfulness.
I love that perspective. It really takes the pressure off trying to find some giant life mission. All right, Stephen, as we wrap up, what's the one takeaway you'd like our listeners to remember?
I'd say this: purpose isn't something you find once and keep forever. It evolves. What matters is staying curious and intentional about how you spend your time. Look for small, meaningful ways to align your actions with your values, and purpose will naturally follow.
Beautifully said. And for our listeners, remember that purpose isn't out there somewhere waiting to be found. It's something you create, step by step, every day.
Absolutely. And if anyone listening feels lost, that's okay. Start with one small thing that brings you joy or serves others, and let it grow from there.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for sharing your wisdom today. This was such an inspiring conversation.
Thank you, Lisa. It was an absolute pleasure.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode of the Simple English Podcast. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little inspiration. See you next time, and remember, your purpose starts with your next step. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Now it's time to learn some important vocabulary related to the topic. The first word of today is purpose. It means the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. Example: finding your purpose in life can lead to a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Next word is fulfillment. It means the achievement of something desired, promised, or predicted. Example: she found fulfillment in helping others through her work as a teacher. Next word is values. It means principles or standards of behavior, one's judgment of what is important in life. Example: living according to your values can lead to a greater sense of purpose. Next word is gratitude. It means the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation and return kindness. Example: she expressed her gratitude for the support of her family during difficult times. Next word is self-discovery. It means the process of gaining insight into one's own character and identity. Example: the journey of self-discovery often helps people understand their true purpose in life. Next word is mindfulness. It means the quality or state of being conscious or aware of something. Example: practicing mindfulness can help you appreciate the small moments that bring meaning to life. Next word is reflection. It means serious thought or consideration, often about one's life, actions, or decisions. Example: taking time for daily reflection can help you assess whether you are living in accordance with your purpose. The last word is resilience. It means the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness. Example: building resilience allows people to find meaning in their struggles and continue moving forward. Thank you for listening to our episode of the Simple English Podcast. I hope you learned something new and helpful today. Please give us a like and subscribe for video like this. Share it with your friends, and let us know what you think in the comments section below. We'll be back with more interesting discussions soon.